worry about it.
All right, so if you do not want to be recorded, I know. Okay.
Let me move this so you won't be recorded. Then let's see. Then
Or they say, oh my gosh,
we're just making it so nobody gets in the picture
if they don't want to be recorded.
Okay, do we need a block?
I would grab a block.
yes, because we're going to work on a little bit of your balance work and all of that. We're going to do standing work. I'm going to have you guys come down on the floor.
Yes, just one. Yeah.
And I know Rose is out of town, and what did it? Denise got say. Think.
Denise
is not Denise. Okay,
There's
so
a friend.
I just didn't know if we had anybody jumping up on Zoom, and I'll just keep a look. If they sign in, I'll add them in. All right. What time do we got? Let's see. Oh, we have a few more minutes. Let's wait. We got 2 minutes, and then we'll get started. So, how's everybody's bodies feeling? Because you have, yeah. You know, it's too hot. All right, now, we are going to work on your balance. And you guys have noticed if you wear your shoes, the muscles in your feet aren't working as much because you got shoes there, okay? So, it's extremely beneficial to be in your bare feet, okay? So, but it's also while we're figuring and working on your balance, it's okay to be in your shoes. Okay? So, let's see if I'm being honest. Yeah, we're good to get started. So, what I want us to do is to first think about your posture. And for the next 55 minutes, I want you to think, can I have my best posture? All right, so first, I want you to scan your body and think, all right, am I pushing my head out? Are my shoulders up to here? Are my shoulders here? Am I here? Okay, so I want you to think, if I had to stack my spine so it was effortless, as in your best posture, so everything can hang the way it's supposed to. Okay, now, don't hold your breath. Okay, now, inhale through the nose. Think about your Pilates breath. 5-count breathing. Think, all right, I'm going to check my posture, but I'm going to breathe deeply. Okay, and I may look towards the screen just for a few minutes to see if every sign's on. Okay, all right, thank you. So, just for a moment, go ahead and pull your shoulders up. All right, now let them come back down. Now think about the shoulder blades melting down your back, but think about lifting your rib cage up off your hips. Did the shoulders just go up? Mine will. They'll get creepy. Okay, you got to bring them back down. All right, now I want you to push your head out. Then I want you to bring it back. Push it out. Bring it back. Push it out. Bring it back. Okay, now think about shoulders up. Shoulders down. Now I want you to feel your feet. I want you to think big toe, little toe, heel. Now the same amount of pressure in the big toe and little toe, heel. So I tend to lean forward. So I really have to work to be straight up. Now as soon as I put the weight over my heels, my body goes. All right, so try that. Lean forward. Come back. Lean forward. Come back. Okay, now tell the toes to stay down. Now think about your legs being longer. I'm always thinking that. Okay. All right, so I'm pushing through my heels. I feel big toe, little toe. Now think spine. So you're pushing down, you're grounding through your feet, but you're lifting up. So I'm actually asking you to really ground through your legs. All right, now think about your spine, crown of the head, lift this way 2 inches taller. Now, as soon as you lift it up through your spine, did you lose your connection to your feet? I did. As soon as I thought about my spine, all of a sudden I couldn't feel quite my heels grounding. All right, now, when we talked about being 2 inches taller, did you feel your core engage at all? Did you feel yourself hold your breath? All right, so with that, in order to zip up, so there's a lot of different cues, and you have to find the one that works. So I happen to like the snug pair of pants idea of where I put on my favorite jeans, which currently are a little snug, and getting in them requires me to have to kind of pull it in and then zip up. How does that feel? Can you get down here and allow the muscles to come towards each other, but lift up? So it's now time to awaken the mind and the body and learn to talk to it and make it do what you want. Now I want you to kick your legs out, but I want you to think about being 2 inches taller. I want you to think about your zippers. But let your neck relax, okay? All right, you're still looking straight ahead. Shoulders are melting down. Belly button, you're lifting up through your spine. Don't hold your breath. We're all holding our breath. Yeah, it's so true. Okay, so think about inhaling through the nose, count to 5. Exhale, count to 5. Now use your exhale to really lift your pelvic floor and kind of hollowing it out, but you're lifting up. Okay? All right, everybody relax your face. Okay, relax face. Lifting up through your spine, breathing. Who knew that good posture was so challenging? Yes. All right, now grab your blocks. So now we hold the body to waken up, and now I want you to put the block on your head. You can be this way, it's whatever works. Right, so now we are forced to look straight ahead. Now what I want you to think about is pushing your block up to the ceiling. Bring your feet side by side. All right, now your shoulders are melting down your back. All right, now feet side by side. I want you to bend your left knee. Now I want you to ground through your right leg. All your zippers are zipped. Now I can stay right here. I will still gain strength in my right leg. Remember, don't hang out your hips. Lift up. See if you can float if you want to. Bring the left leg up. Now I can take my arms out to the side. Absolutely, palms up, palms down. Find the one that works for you. All right, now think big toe, little toe, heel. Big toe, little toe, heel. Trying to stabilize through your right leg. Set the left down. Good. Bend the right knee, right heel. Now, think, oh, I got to be taller. Don't hang out to that left hip. Zip your zippers. 5 count breathing. I don't have to lift my foot all the way off the floor. Okay? I can just stay with the heel lift, especially if I've got a sensitive knee, ankle. All right, but don't hold your breath when you hold the leg up. And bring it down. All right, can you kick it out and hold your block? Can you do your 5 count breathing? All right, now we're going to do your Sidekick Series. So this will be challenging to keep your block. You're going to ground through your left foot. Your right leg's going to go out to the side. Toes are going to point straight ahead. Foot is flexed. Lift up through your spine. If you can, put your hands on your hips. Okay, now this is the time I can hold the wall if I want to. We're going to try to lift and lower. This is where it gets tricky. Yep. All right, now push your block up towards the ceiling. Okay, bring your right foot down. Shift your weight left. Lift and lower. Now flex your left foot. Keep your toes pointing straight ahead. Zipped up. Breathe in, breathe in. Yeah. It was so challenging.
Don't make me drop.
Yeah. And bring it down. Down. Do knee hip circles, but keep your block. You're like, Gina, you really have such humor on this Friday and reverse. Good. All right, now walk around. Okay, so I want you to walk. So I want you to think about your zippers. I want you to think about the shoulders melting down, and I want you to think about having to push your block up towards the ceiling. Look, I lost my block. Remember to breathe deeply. So the control in which you have to have all the stuff with your torso to hold your block. If we let your block come down, if you now, what I want you to do is to walk with that same kind of control. All right, well I have to zip. I don't have the block on my head now, but I still want to lift up through my spine. So think about now if you had good posture every time you walked. And you zipped up, and you were breathing deeply. You could support the body, support the back, support the hips. Up, lifting, let your shoulders relax. That's it. But just being aware of our good posture. All right, now we're going to come back to your standing position, and we're going to work your feet, your balance, your legs. I want you to have about a fist distance between your knees and ankles. Okay? I want you to put a little bit of bend in the knees, but I want you to lift up through your spine. Now, I want you to put an imaginary ball between your knees and just hold it. Okay, so that moment of just a little bit of squeeze. Okay, keep the same distance. Try to barely lift your heels off the floor. Now think big toe, little toe, big toe, little toe, big toe, little toe, big toe. Zippers, 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 zippers. Drop the heel. Straighten the knees. Bend the knees. Keep your imaginary ball. Zippers, barely lift up your heels, just a fraction. Okay, now check in with the rest of the body. Can you get in here? Can you zip up? Are you breathing? Set your heels down, kick it out. Now we're going to do your standing leg circles. Typically done on the mat. I like to do it standing because you're really aware of what your torso wants to do. We're going to do your left, ground through your left, right leg comes forward. Don't put your block on your head, but imagine that you did have to put your block, okay? Hands on top of the hips. Every 5 circles, you're going to switch breath and direction, all the while keeping the torso still. Zippers zipped, shoulders down. If I need to hold on with one finger, I will. And go. You're going to count and breathe. All the while keeping your zippers. Now, get grounded through your left foot. Every 5 circles, switch breath and direction. All right, are you lifting up through your spine? Are you truly exhaling through the mouth? We're going to do 5 more in each direction. Now kick that out. The more you zip and lift and really feel those abdominals, getting zipped in, it will help with the standing leg. All right, left leg forward, zipped up. I got my right foot really anchored. I'm lifting. Every 5, you count and breathe. You're counting in your head because I want you to have to multitask. Go. your spine. Remember to breathe, 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 breathe. Once you're done, pick it up. Good. All right, we're going to do a standing roll down. If you have osteoporosis, they don't always recommend the flexion forward, but most of you have met with your physicians and you know what you can and cannot do. Okay, so arms up. Let shoulder blades come down your back. Okay, now, toes and heels lining up. I want you to think about, okay, I'm laying on the floor and Gina has just asked me to roll up, to sit up. So your arms are coming towards the ceiling, the head comes forward. Okay, so now think about it. Your head would be off the floor, and then you have to pull the rest of the spine away from the floor. And now you're just sitting up and reaching for the toes. Hold, drop the crown of the head towards the floor. We're going to come up nice and slow. So imagine that you're laying back down one vertebrae at a time. Ears and biceps are going to stay lining up. And now your head is down, and then your arms are behind you. Okay? Let's do it again. Lifting the head off the floor, imaginary floor. Pulling your spine away and rolling all the way down. All right, now check out your weight in the ball of the foot and the heels. Even it out. Drop the crown of the head towards the floor. Pull your belly button in. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now slowly come up. Think one vertebrae at a time. Stacking, stacking. And bring the arms. All right, I'm going to have you guys lay down on the floor, on your back. And I want you to bend your knees, feet flat, hands down beside you. Now we're going to check in with the body. Okay, so we're trying to relax the body and get into a neutral position. So I want you to release your hips. Remember that the floor has you. Okay, so you can relax your body. So travel from your forehead, okay? I want you to relax your face. Okay, so relax the face. Travel to the neck. And then I want you to think, oh, I can really let my shoulder melt into the floor. I don't have to hold myself up off the floor. I'm supported. Then I want you to travel to the chest and to the back of the shoulders. I want you to melt those down into the floor. Now I want you to come to the front of your ribs and the back, and I want you to think, oh, heavy into the floor. Now, I'm not trying to get a solid imprint of your torso on the floor. I'm just wanting you to be mindful and to be a little heavy into the floor. Now, I want you to come to the back of the hips. Think, all right, I can relax my hips, let them sink into the floor, but the only thing I want you to make a little bit of adjustment is to push your tailbone into the floor. So there'll be a little bit of push in your tailbone down. Okay? All right, so you're thinking, all right, how do I do that? And it is a minuscule movement. It's just a little bit of pressing it down. All right, now, I want you to take a big inhale. On the exhale, I want you to feel your pelvic floor lifting up, belly button in, bring your right leg to tabletop. Use your core to bring your leg to tabletop. All right, now you want to have your knee directly over your hip, ankle in line with your knee. All right, now, notice the back of your body. Back of the head, shoulders, rib cage, tailbone. All right, take a big inhale. Start the exhale. Keep your imprint, but float your left leg to tabletop. All right, now check in with your body. Can you keep your low back down? Can you keep your shoulders down? What about the tailbone? Small little adjustment. It's hard to hold the legs up. Can you relax your face? Are you feeling too much pressure in your neck? If you are, put one foot down. right, so I'm asking you just to hold this. All right, to scan your body. Now, we're going to leave your head down and go into your hundreds without your knees falling away from the body or into the body. Okay? So, hands beside you. At any time your back starts to bother you, lower your feet. Okay? Now, we're going to inhale. We're going to pump the arms. We're going to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let your arms melt down. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, with control, lower your right foot. Lower the leg. On the next exhale, lower your left leg. Now notice that your body just relaxed back into the mat. Okay. Now move your head side to side for me. All right, stretch your legs all the way out. Now we did our standing roll down. Now we're going to do the roll up from the floor. My arms are going to come up towards the ceiling. Palms face each other. But before we start, we're going to do a little work with your shoulders. Reach your shoulder blades up off the floor, keep your head down, and then gently pull them into the floor. Keeping your chest really open when you do this. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it down. Everybody relax your jaw. There we go. Inhale, reach the shoulders off the mat. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, shoulders off. Exhale, bring it down. Now, you feel that nice open chest, wide collarbone. I want you to inhale, gently lift your head. Look over your toes. You can have a little bend in the knees. And then exhale. Try to sit all the way up. And don't worry. Yeah, so it's hard. So putting a little bend in the knees and then pulling yourself up. Perfect. That's it. All right. Now we're slowly going to go back. Now, I typically have a tight back. So I usually have to put a little bit of bend under my knees. It's tough for me to do roll up, okay? So start with your spine up nice and long. If you need to have a little bent knee, do it, okay? Then slowly go back. You can let your hands travel down your legs, belly button in. Take it all the way down. All right, now inhale, lift up your head. Take your hands on the back of the legs if you want to, and walk up your legs. You don't have to. You can bring the arms up and over. Reach. Stretch down. And then go all the way back. And again, I can put a little bend in my knee. Breathe. Relax your face. Try not to drop your shins too far down. Okay? And I want you to do 3 more. Inhale, lift the head. And roll it down. Now exhale. All right, hands down beside you. Once you come down. All right, bend the knees. Take the arms out to that T position, palms up, knees and ankles glued together. Gently sway the legs to the right. Now I got a couple of options. I can just let gravity do the work. If I want a little more stretch and a little more length, I'm going to push through my left knee. So I'm keeping them bent, they're swayed to the side, and I engage the left leg to kind of push and lengthen the left side of my body. So I'm going to just sway my legs to the right. And what I mean by the pushing through the knee is that it will feel like this, but I keep my ankles stacked and my knees stacked. But relax your upper body and do it. Okay? So the upper body starts to stiffen up as you push through that top knee. Don't hold your breath. Remember to breathe for me. On your next exhale, draw the abdominals in, pull the legs to center, head to center. Sway the legs to the left. Now we're going to push through the right knee, all the while relaxing the upper body. Sometimes I have to wiggle my fingers to remind me, and then relax your face. Relax your body. And on the next exhale, bring it to center. And hands come down beside you. We're going to work on bridge. What's important with this is that I want you to not collapse your chin into the front of the neck. I want you to look straight up, keeping the front of the neck nice and long. Shoulders back into the floor. Now, I want you to open your legs, not hip width, but basically sits bones width. So it is just a smidgen more than a fist distance, okay? All right, now, feel your feet. Start with that tailbone pushing into the mat. Hands are down beside you. But now I can't arch my back to put that tailbone down. I've kind of got to find that little bit of in between. Now inhale. Start to peel your tailbone off the floor. Now exhale. Feel the pelvic floor lift as you bring one vertebrae at a time up. Okay, now don't drop your chins. Press your shoulders back. Belly button in. Think about your zippers. Look straight up. That'll keep your chin in the right position. All right, take an inhale at the top. On the exhale, start to layer the spine down one vertebrae at a time. Take as many breaths as you need to. Just don't hold it. Feel your feet. Feel your big toe, little toe, heel. Big toe, little toe, heel. Inhale, start to tuck the hips. Exhale, feel it back up. I want you to keep moving. Once you get to the top where your hips are in line with your knees, check with your shoulders, take an inhale, and then an exhale, bring it down. Continue to feel your feet, take one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders heavy, relax your face. Really allow that exhale to make you feel that pelvic floor lifting, belly button in. Do 3 more. And again, staying in tune with the body, feeling the feet, shoulders back, belly button in. Try to steady the hips, steady the knees. Meaning trying not to kind of wobble side to side. I notice when I do bridge sometimes when I'm tired, I have a hard time controlling it. I'm going to do 1 more. And then once you finish your last one, I just want you to gently pull the knees into you, come behind them, hold them, open them, just pull them into the chest. So you'll lift them up, pull them in. Now if you want, you can kind of rock side to side like in just a little rock to the side. All right, this position. And so, but we're going to use the leg to help you. It's called tree. Okay, so do me a favor, stretch your left leg all the way out onto the floor. Bring your right leg to tabletop. Okay, now you're going to pull that knee in. Okay, so the knee comes over the hip. We're going to lift up your head. Okay, and try to straighten your right leg all the way up as best as you can. Now bring it up to 90. There you go. So you want to lift that leg. Now what you want to do is lift up your head, and you want to try to walk up the leg. Okay, so what you're going to do is start to lower the leg, lift your head, take both hands on the back of the leg, and then think about sitting all the way up. Walk up the leg. There you go. That's it.
Pull yourself up your
pull
leg.
yourself up. Then right here, you're going to pull the leg into you just a little bit to get a good stretch. Okay? Then push through both feet and walk down. So holding the leg and putting your spine back down. But the leg is lifted. Yeah. Good. All right. Set your head down. Lower the leg. Switch legs. So you'll bend the left knee, float it to tabletop.
I have another leg.
You got another leg. Okay. All right. Now, do your best to straighten that left leg all the way up. Lift up your head. Okay? Take your hands behind the legs and use that leg to walk up. And walk up. That's it. Good. And then reach through the legs and walk down the leg. And lowering your spine all the way down. Good. Switch legs. Okay. Straightening the leg as best you can. The other leg is straight out. Lift your head. Walk up the leg. Breathe, breathe, breathe. There you go. And don't worry. And then. Oh. All right. Switch the other side. Then you're done. Yeah. And stretch that other leg out. That helps with the balance. So this has to be out in order because it kind of needs that balance. Yep. And you can just come all the way. Yep. All right. Now, both knees bent. Now let's sway that out of your back a little bit. Sway the legs to the left. Hold it. Take 3 breaths here, and then we're going to switch sides. And then we're going to do a regular roll up and flip over and come onto your stomach. And switch sides for me. And letting gravity stretch you. Now the roll up, when you have difficulty with the roll up, do not think that there's something wrong with you. Okay? The roll up has so many facets to it. Okay? I have always struggled with roll ups. It's just been one of those exercises. And part of it is I have a tight low back. Okay? All right. Stretch your legs all the way out. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Now, if I want you to pay attention, when you start to roll up, do you hold your breath? Do not. Exhale. Okay? Do not hold your breath. I want everybody to inhale, lift up your head, look over your toes. Big exhale. Sit all the way up. Exhale, 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 exhale. Use the hand. There we go. Flip over onto your stomachs for me. We're going to go into Swan. All right, so grab those fingers, bring them back towards the shoulders, elbows close to you, looking down at the mat, top of the feet, heavy and down. All right, now we're going to press up. I want you to gently lift your head, look at the wall, start to push into your hands, come all the way into Swan. And you don't have to straighten the elbows all the way, you're just kind of coming up, and then exhale, bring it down. Don't force it. All right, so big inhale, start to lift the gaze, lengthen through the legs. And I don't come up to a straight arms, I just come right to here and then exhale down. Big inhale, lifting. Big exhale. And cramping, you may want to walk that out. Yeah. I want you to do one more. And push back to a child. All right, we're going to work on your knee lifts. Okay, and so the position is going to be real important. So we're going to start out on all fours. So I may come around and make adjustments just so you feel the difference. So the knees, hips line up, wrist, elbow, shoulders line up. I curl my toes under, head's in line with the spine. What I'm going to ask you to do is barely lift your knees up. You're not forward, you're not back. You want to get the knees directly under the hips. Okay, so come back down on your knees. Okay, now I may make some adjustments. So then bring your hands back. Okay, so when you lift up, straight up. I'll bring the hips back. See what's that one? See, straight up. Okay, bring the hips. Stay here. Bring the hands back a little bit. Try to move straight up. Okay, so. There you go. Yes. Okay. You're just learning how to lift. Good. Lift and lower. Nice. Yeah. Good, good. And do two more. Good. Good. All right, push back child's pose. Gives our wrist a break. Did you see the difference? Sometimes when we lift, we automatically go forward. And so what we're training the body to do is to be completely connected to where it is in space. All right, let's look back over onto your backs. We're going to work on pistons, and it's going to be a tapping of the toe and bringing it back. Now, we worked on keeping our head back, shoulders back, tailbone down. You're going to do the same thing without your low back arching. Okay, so lay all the way down. Okay, feel your feet. You'll have that fist distance between your knees and ankles. All right, now do me a favor, set the hands down beside you. Chest is open, chin is away from chest. Travel down the back of your body. Feel the tailbone pressing. Get heavy into the rib cage. Okay, take a big inhale. On the exhale, feel the pelvic floor lifting, following out, float the right leg to tabletop. On the exhale, get the knee directly over the hip. Good. And I'll make small adjustments. All right, hold that leg there. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, feel your abdominals, float your left leg to tabletop. Keep the rest of the back against the floor. Okay, now you got fist distance between the knees. Hands down beside you. Now check in with the body. Do you feel the muscles between your shoulder blades screaming? I want you to put it more, put it into the abdominals, okay? So the low back and the shoulders aren't doing all the work. Okay. I want you to inhale through the nose. I want you to exhale, lower the right leg. Take an inhale. On the exhale, float it back up. Pay attention to the back of the body. Take an inhale at the top. On the exhale, lower your left leg. And then take a big inhale. Then on the exhale, bring it up. Okay, so now we're going to toe tap. The foot will pull all the way down. Okay, so inhale, tap your right toe. Exhale, bring the leg back. Inhale, left toe. Exhale, bring it back. Continue to do that, but all the while, can I keep my tailbone down, my rib cage down, shoulders back? Am I relaxing my face? Can I keep control of my torso? Is my core lifting the leg, or is it my low back and thigh? So we just kind of want to center from your core. Inhale to tap, exhale to back. Bring it back. We're going to do one more on each side. Okay, take a big inhale. On the exhale, lower your left leg all the way down. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, lower your right leg. Stretch your legs all the way out. Take the arms behind you. I want you to stretch through the right arm, push through the right leg, find length on that right side, and then switch. And switch. All right, now arms reaching up towards the ceiling. If you need to, put a little air pocket under the knees. Remember this, don't hold your breath. Inhale, lift up your head. You can use a little bit of momentum. Come all the way up. Good. Take your legs mat width apart. Arms out to the side. All right, now what I'm looking for is that nice tall spine. So I may find that I have to bend my knees. And I'm going to come and adjust you, okay? So a lot of times we think here's it, we think here. We don't realize that it's here, and I'm going to ask you to really kind of pull the rib cage back. Now, you may find you've got to bend the knees a little bit, okay? So I may be pushing you forward, and you go, ah! Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this work if I bring you forward. Okay, now rest your head back. That's it. That's where you want to be.
Well, I think I'm gonna need a plan.
Gina, where is my wall? Okay, now I'm going to walk away, and you want to hold. Okay?
I'm still breathing.
Yeah.
We asked too much.
Good, good, good. You can rest the arms. I'm just going to have the arms down beside you. Yes, 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 yes. How's it? Isn't it hard to hold good posture? Okay, breathe, everybody. Breathe. Now bring the legs together and allow yourself to melt over the legs. The body finds a way to be sneaky about being a little lazy. Okay, so I remember the first time when when I took that Pilates training course, and they came around, they said, "Oh, everybody sit upright." We all thought we're Pilates people, we know how to sit upright, and boy, one by one, we all got adjusted and went, woo, eat, woo, oh, that's what it feels like? Oh, so, all right, now go back to it. Go back to the position. Find your imaginary wall behind you and sit all the way upright. Good. 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 Yes. Think that. Right. Yep. Yep. Okay. And then this idea of lifting is. Yep. That's it. Good. Now bring the legs together, melt over the legs. You can bend the knees. Let's go into saw and just have a little fun with it. Open your legs, mat width apart. Take your arms out to the side. I want you to turn. You can cross all the way over to the leg and look back. Come back up. And allowing yourself that rotation, that lift. And you don't have to, don't set your back hand down. It's just the arms are basically at shoulder height. You're trying to get that upper body rotation as you reach long through the legs. Good. Do one more on each side. Good. When you're done with that, bring your legs to center. All right, now think about your wall. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so we're upright. Now I can bend my knees in order to hold this. Okay, so I don't have to have my legs straight. I may be tight and need to do this. Okay. We're going to go into twists. Okay, now here the elbows are down. Now I can have my knees bent. That's all right. But I want you to lift long through the spine. You're going to inhale, turn to the right, and you're going to pulse. 1, 2, center. Turn to the left. Pulse. 1, 2, center. All right, now notice your legs. When we turn, one leg will want to shift, okay, or shorten. I know, this gets in there. It really does. So what we learned is that, okay, I'm holding myself up here. I'm not holding it here. And I am famous for grabbing right here. Okay. So think long through your legs, bend those knees, lift up through your spine, think about your wall, turn to the right, pulse. 1, 2, center. Turn to the left. 1, 2, center. Relax your shoulder blades, open your chest, turn to the right. 1, 2, center. Turn to the left. 1, center. Okay, now relax your arms, everybody. Pull the knees in just for a second. There we go. All right, we're going to work on just tilting back. Okay, so what I'm asking you to do, your left leg, lift your right. Nice, everybody. Okay, now can you start to curl your tailbone under and start to roll back? This is rolling like a ball, but we're not going to roll. Okay, it's this moment of just working from here. Kind of tilt your tailbone under and you come forward. So you actually got to get a little movement here. And then you learn to do this without moving your head or anything else. It's just that small little movement of the tailbone. So you start to be able to learn to do this with your core. Yeah, pretty about right. Okay, set your feet down. Stretch your legs all the way out and lower the hip. All right, think we can do that again? I think you can, but we don't want to. Okay, bring the knees and ankles together on this. All right, we're going to flex your feet. Let's try it this way. So bend the knees, arms out, throw your tailbone under, soft little roll back, okay, but not too far, not too far. Now lift. Now pull the knees into you. The knees need to come closer to you. The knees come closer to you, but the arms come in front. There we go. Yep, breathe, breathe, breathe. Pull your chest forward, chest forward. Got to sit up a little bit more. Got to sit up, sit up. Set the heels down. Stretch it all the way out. And hold. All right, now feet are flexed. Nice tall spine. We got our wall behind us. We're all upright. Okay, now the bands. just refresher. Remember, band number 1 goes around your head. Okay, so this is just the sensation of knowing what to put back down. So the tailbone is 11. So 1, 2, from the top of the shoulder to the tailbone is 3 to 11. All right, and I'm going to now tell you to put bands number 1 down. Okay, but we're going to start with 11 because that's your tailbone. So sit all the way up. Okay, now think about band number 11. Kind of tuck the tailbone under just softly. That's 11. Then go to 10. This is avoiding flat back. Okay, go to 9. Go to 8. Go to 7. Leave room under your chin. Don't drop your chin. Yeah, level it out just a little bit. Diane, drop your chin just a bit. There you go. Now come up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay. Belly button in. Going back. And 11. Squeeze the legs together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hold. Breathe. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Now bring it up. In 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Stretch your legs all the way out. Then fold. Now, I want you to find, we're going to do 10 little pulses in our 6th position. All right? But we're not going to use our head to do it. Meaning, when I go back, now there's going to be a point, like my point for me that's really kind of hard to hold is right about there. And so all I'm wanting is this little move. Avoid doing this. Okay? All right. So, and I can hold on to just work that movement. Okay? So I want you to find that spot. And you may not have that spot. I do. Okay? Find the spot where you start to feel like you can't hold. That's it. Okay? Keep your chest open. Okay? Find your spot. Do 10 pulses. Okay? Breathe. Squeeze the legs together. Relax your chin. Really use the core. I absolutely can use my hands. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe in, out through the mouth. And after you finish your 10, come all the way up. Stretch your legs out in front. Drop the crown of the head and reach towards the floor in front of you. All right, bring your right leg in. Left leg's going to go out in front of you. Okay. And left hand's going to hold. Now, what I'm trying to do is get my left knee straight. So I may find I can hold the ankle, the toe, or I may be back here. Just don't move the hand once it's there. Okay. The right arm is going to reach up. I'm going to open my chest. I'm going to look back. And then I'm going to bring it forward, all the while watching the hand. So try to do a big inhale to go up, a big exhale to come back. But you want to lift through the right side of your body. You want to open the chest. You want to rotate back. We're not holding our breath at any time. So you're really finding that lift. If this bothers my shoulder, I can take the arm out to the side and not over my head. I want you to do 3 more. And really feel that lift and rotation. Okay, and then I want you to square your torso to the leg, relax the arms, and hold. Everybody doing all right? I didn't get the answers. on. We're counting down the moments. All right. Right leg straight out in front. Hold where you can. All right, now notice this side might be a little different. All right. Big breaths. Feel the chest open, the back open. Feel the arms lifting, the rotation. Lengthening through the leg in front of you. One more. And relax over the leg. Allow the head to go. You all right over there, Brian? Mm-hmm. Okay. And stretch the legs out and reach over the legs. Just hold. Stretch out and breathe. All right, let's gently come back up. We're going to be on your feet. We're going to finish on your feet. Come all the way up. All right, bring the knees and bring everything together. We're going to do a little knee and hips. So the version of where I had you start to put your bands down and layering them, that will help strengthen different sections of your core. Okay. And reverse it. And so, and it works on the flexibility of your spine because then you got to kind of lower it back. And I can tell them, I have, it's probably 7 through my 5 is really tight. Okay. Okay. And straighten the legs all the way. Do me a favor, reach the arms up. Shoulder blades melt down. Feeling your feet. And let's do our roll down. If your back feels tight, soft bend the knees. Bring the head forward. Think about your roll up today. Allow yourself to melt over the legs. Crown of the head comes towards the floor. Allow the shoulders to relax, belly button in. And then slowly stack your spine, but this time let your arms hang heavy. And then lifting the head. I want us to do one more. Arms up. Relax your shoulders. Bring your head forward. Gently roll down. Think about yourself coming away from the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Hanging out over the legs. Pull the belly button in. Relax the shoulders. Crown of the head towards the floor. And slowly come up. And lifting the head, relaxing down, shoulders up to the ears, shoulders up, shoulders up. All right, how's everybody doing? So, some of the tricks of the trade to help with your roll-up. Ankle weights. I'm not a fan of ankle weights, but in this instance, it helps. You can also use the wall. Okay, so and this isn't, I'm not kidding guys, this is an exercise that I have been doing for years. And so I will use a wall. I'll put my feet up against the sofa to have, and what that does for me is I start to realize that one side of my body wants to work more than the other. And that feedback is that I'm able to push evenly. And I go, I'm getting a little twisted here. So when you want to work your roll up, think, all right, I'm going to put my feet up against the wall. And when I come up, I'm going to notice, do I have one hip lift, which it takes time for me. And then I can think, push even, push even, push even. And think about your bands as you come up. This will strengthen your core in a consistent and deeper level. Okay, so I use feedback, use walls. Okay, sofa, whatever you need to. But
Something that's heavy that I can't push over.
something that's going to be there that you can push against. And what you do notice is, man, I'm shortening on one side. Now, we may have one leg a little bit longer than the other, but this convinces that other side to get longer. Okay, so it's real helpful. Any questions? Everybody feeling all right? Feeling good? All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. And remember, before you come to class, if you're not a water drinker, it's real important to do that. Okay? And I had one of my clients who said, yeah, I had a couple cups of coffee, and I said, yeah, that's not doing it. Because she didn't realize why she was tramping up so much. And I said, well, can you tell me what you've had today? And so, drink your water, drink your water, drink your water. Did you hit the button, girl? Yep.